How are you feeling? That seems to be a question I've asked or been asked many times over the last 20 weeks of lockdown and limitation. And I guess like me, you've experienced a range of emotions from fear and frustration to dissatisfaction and disappointment. At times you may have enjoyed some aspects of having to slow down and even stop for a while, but at other times you may have felt yourself wishing life could suddenly speed up again and get back to the way it was. A recent study by the University of Bath has highlighted the difficult impact of lockdown on how people are feeling in general. Of the 800 people who took part in that survey, a quarter said that they had higher levels of anxiety and depression. And of course, many people have naturally felt isolated and lonely, or simply just a bit hemmed in by all the restrictions. Also, there may have been moments where you felt that no one really understands how you feel, and where we may not fully even understand ourselves. Wouldn't it be great to turn to someone who really does know how you feel? Someone you can pour out your heart to in confidence, knowing that they really do understand exactly how you tick, and that actually they have such an insight into you that they understand without you even having to explain. Well, the great comfort of the Bible is that in God we have someone who does understand, who understands us intimately, perfectly, even with all our range of different complexities. And in Psalm 103 we read these very encouraging words. The Lord is like a father to his children, tender and compassionate to those who fear him, for he knows how weak we are. The great encouragement of those words is that God does know and God does understand. He knows how frail we are, and he understands our weaknesses. He knows our insecurities, our anxieties and our concerns. He understands because he made us. He gave us life, and he has seen and cared for every day of our lives. And also because when he came down to earth as Jesus, he experienced human life fully, with its full range of emotional impacts. And what's more, he really does care. When he looks on us, he doesn't look on us as an angry, frustrated, or even a disappointed parent, but as a caring parent who understands the weakness and limitations of the child that he loves very dearly. There are times as a parent when we see our children going through tough times and we long for them to turn to us, to open up, to pour out how they're feeling, so that we can put an arm of comfort around them, to reassure them and to remind them how much we love them, to help them find new strength and encouragement for what they're feeling and experiencing. Well, as the ultimate perfect Father, God encourages us to turn to him and to open up about our emotions, to tell him how we're feeling, to tell him about our frustrations, our hurts, our fears. And he encourages us to depend on him and to renew our dependence on him every day. And as we do that, we do so in the absolute assurance that we will find a Father who cares. A Father who stoops down like a parent with a small child to comfort us, who is able to truly say, I understand. A Father who gives us real help and real strength and encouragement to get through whatever we may be facing and feeling. The one who promises that his love and power will carry us through. And when we feel frustrated by our own frailty and weakness, we need to remember that God is not, and that he is looking after us as a loving parent does. A few years ago, the singer Sting wrote a song called Fragile, and in its chorus he simply sang again and again how fragile we are. I think for most of us the current situation has been a timely reminder of that. Well, as we continue to live in this difficult time, can I encourage you, and perhaps for the first time, to turn to the God who really does understand you, who knows you, who knew you even before you were born, who knows just how fragile you are, and to find your help, your comfort, and your peace and answers in him. Just to close, can I signpost you to a song which you can access by following the link at the bottom of this YouTube video? I hope it encourages you as it always encourages me.